At the moment the door opened, the luxurious wedding house turned into a rough house in seconds, and the whole scene fell silent instantly. At this time, the young man held the rental contract, showed it in public and said, "The contract clearly states that the tenant has the right to take away all items he personally added. There is your handwritten signature on it." Immediately afterwards, he took out all the shopping receipts for the decorations and home appliances to prove that everything in the house belonged to him. The landlord's son was so angry that he flew into a rage on the spot. The bride's face turned ashen. She raised her hand and slapped the landlord's son hard, shouting angrily, "Without a decent wedding house, I won't marry you." Seeing that the construction team was still demolishing the remaining items, the landlord completely panicked. He hurried forward and begged bitterly, "I will buy all the things you are dismantling at the original price, and even double the money." The young man just shook his head indifferently and refused him directly. Landlord deliberately picked a fight, accusing the young man of damaging the rental house and demanding that the young man pay $100,000 in compensation. In order to completely cut off contact with the landlord's family and avoid being pestered again, the young man paid the so-called compensation according to the landlord's request. Just as the young man was about to leave this area completely, he accidentally learned from a neighbor that the other party had an empty house for sale at a low price. The young man immediately decided to buy a house of his own. The next day, the young man specially went to find the brother of the landlord's son's girlfriend and asked him to help transport the moving items. At the same time, the landlord's family was in a hurry to decorate the rental house, trying to save the situation as soon as possible and re-prepare for the wedding. Suddenly, the decorator called and said that the unloading area was blocked by a car and construction could not be carried out. The landlord's son rushed over angrily, planning to argue, but when he saw the young man beside the car, he was stunned on the spot, then flew into a rage and ordered the young man to move the car immediately. After being clearly refused by the young man, the landlord's son completely lost control. He picked up a stone and, ignoring the young man's warning, smashed it hard at the car window. He also dropped harsh words, threatening to smash the car to pieces. The young man calmly reminded him, "If your girlfriend sees you like this, she will definitely break up with you." Unexpectedly, the landlord's son didn't care at all and arrogantly admitted that he didn't like his girlfriend at all. He was only with her for her family property. He never expected that the girlfriend's brother was standing behind him and heard every word he said clearly. When he turned around and saw the person coming, his face turned pale instantly. He stammered when speaking, and he no longer had the arrogance just now. The landlord's son quickly apologized and repeatedly said that he would repair the car to its original condition. The girlfriend's brother then said to the young man, letting him rest assured to move things. No one dared to urge him or stop him. After hearing this, the young man deliberately told the workers to slow down and work slowly. After a long wait, the things were finally moved. Only then did the young man wake up the landlord and his son, who were still waiting aside. Just as the landlord and his son thought they could also move things, they were stopped by the property manager. The property manager told them that no moving was allowed within these 2 hours to avoid disturbing the community residents. Finally, when they could unload the things, the landlord was reluctant to pay the moving fee. Seeing this, the workers directly put the things downstairs and left. Seeing the young man laughing at them, the landlord's son wanted to save face for a moment, deliberately showed off his strength, and insisted on moving things by himself. Unexpectedly, he fell heavily and looked extremely embarrassed. In the evening, the landlord's son, who held a grudge, secretly put garbage at the young man's door to take revenge on him. The next day, when the neighbors found out, they all came to complain that the young man had piled up sundries at the door, affecting the corridor environment. The landlord's son also deliberately pretended to be a victim, claiming that he had stepped on the garbage at the young man's door and fallen seriously injured. He demanded that the young man pay for the medical expenses. Unexpectedly, the next second, the young man took out the surveillance video at the door, which clearly recorded everything. After watching it, everyone was shocked and finally knew that the culprit was actually the landlord and his son.